Hey guys, what's up? That was probably way too loud. So, welcome to the video. I don't know what I'm gonna name it yet. Hopefully it's nothing too offensive, but today I'm looking at a pretty screwed up children's cartoon. I like cartoons. It's reason enough to watch it. I grew up with things like Courage the Cowardly Dog, you know? That was my favorite show, even though it scared the crap out of me. And so when I heard about this show of cautionary tales for children, I thought I'd check it out. But man, it's screwed up. But enjoy, I guess. So, it's called Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids. Apparently it's from the UK, started in the 2000s. Let me show you what I found. So, Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids is a British animated horror television series based off the generic trademark children's book series of the same name by Jamie Ricks. After the first 3 books were published from 1990 to 1996, Carlton Television adapted the short stories into 10-minute cartoons for ITV. Alright. Produced by themselves, Honeycomb Animation, Rick's production company, Elephant Productions. It aired on CITV between January 2000 and October 2006. 6 series, 78 episodes of this. That is so many episodes, and you're about to find out why. That's just shocking. So, book series, I don't know. I haven't read the books. I don't know what they might look like, or if they have the same flow as the TV show. But the TV show is absolutely ridiculous. It's supposed to be cautionary tales for children, and I guess it is in a way. Right? You can see there's kind of a lesson to be learned, but I need help trying to find out what those lessons are, because these episodes come to such an abrupt end, it just leaves me scratching my head. So, we're gonna watch a couple episodes, alright? Hang tight.
You are welcome to Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids, a series of cautionary tales for lovers of scream. Spindleshanks is scared that he might be a ghost. He says people scream and run away from him. A ghost can pass through walls, Spindleshanks. You're not a ghost. People scream and run away from you, Spindleshanks, because you're an ugly spider with a squashed face. All right. I call this tale The Broken Down Cottage. Augustus Filch was a bad child. He had run away from home. He'd slipped a chocolate biscuit into his pocket, stolen money from his mother's purse, and hopped on a bus to the country.
Is that what kids do in England? Just like running from the law? I stole a biscuit. But of all the places that he could go, he chooses to go into this decrepit, abandoned, nasty looking house. And he thinks, yeah, this is fine.
And breathing on the back back.
But then he runs into his friend.
Turn round, Augustus.
Some nonsense, and his friend's like,
I'm your friend.
let's do mischief. He's like, all right. And so they do. And they make crank phone calls. Right? You know, kids shouldn't do that. That's what this story is trying to teach the youth. Don't do that. Don't play with phones. If you have an emergency, call for help. Don't joke about having an emergency. Because when you really need help, nobody's gonna come save your ass. So, first emergency responder to come get him is a police officer, right? And he's not happy. Why would he be? Man just probably drove 40 minutes one way to respond to this call.
Good evening, sir. Are you a cat burglar? Well, I can't feel any cats. No, I don't think so. What about you, sir?
Out in the middle of nowhere, and you just see these two little fucking terrible kids.
Was the burglar? Very funny. Next time I'll lock you up for 5 years. Heel, Fang, heel. But the policeman's words fell on deaf ears. Ambulance, please. It's really urgent. My friend's in shock. Ooh, ah, ooh.
Second call. Paramedics?
Woo, woo, woo. When they heard the ambulance screech to a halt outside, Augustus pulled his hair up straight and fell to the floor in a pretend dead faint. Who's seen a ghost? He has. It was huge. It had enormous teeth, a beating stick, and green toes. If Augustus didn't laugh soon, he would die. Are you all right, son? No, I think I'm dying. Quick, the big needle and the heart battery now. Oh, I'm awake, I'm all right. I don't need the big needle and the heart battery. Miraculously, Augustus was cured. That's good. Just remember, boys, next time you're in trouble, you'll have to get better by yourselves.
And then the third call is when it gets kind of ironic. They call the fire department. And if you have half a brain, you can kind of figure out where the story's going. But they call the fire department, and there's no fire.
Hello? Is that the fire brigade? Where's the fire? Over here. Don't you know how to knock? Come on, laddie. Where's the fire? It's over here. Come and warm your tootsies.
So what do? They have so much fun. They laugh themselves to sleep. And they wake up and the fucking house has burnt down.
Augustus and Arthur cried themselves to sleep in front of the roaring log fire. When they woke in the morning, they were freezing. Let's phone someone else. Can't think of anyone, said Arthur, who'd gone cold on the idea. How about Our parents. They could come and get us.
But you know, they're idiots.
Me. Mine would.
Sitting in a smoldering wreck, and what do? Hey, let's call our parents.
And we were really, really scared.
The folks get there, and you already know what's gonna happen.
When Augustus's parents jumped down off the bus, they could smell the fire. What's happened? 2 young muckabouts must have fallen asleep in front of the fire. Log probably rolled out onto the carpet. But they just phoned us, told us to come and get them. There's a 12-headed monster in there. That sounds like them, all right. Augustus! Augustus! Hi, Mum. Am I glad to see you? We were terrified last night. There were hundreds of ghosts. Where? Here, said Augustus. Here? Said Augustus's mother. What did they look like? A bit like us, said Augustus. Then he and Arthur walked out of the cottage through the solid stone wall.
They fucking walked through the wall.
They died.
What's the resolution there? Do some bad stuff, run away, do more bad stuff, you die, and then you keep doing more bad stuff? I was shocked. But that's not the worst. Jeez. This shit, perfect. It's just the rest of the show, man.
A series of cautionary tales for lovers of squid.
How does this kid not notice that he's holding a fucking worm in his hand, though? And then he eats it?
This apple tree has got apples on, and this ladder has got spindle shanks on. See? He's going to show you how to scrump.
God damn, I love spindle shakes.
And I'm going to show you how to stop him. Ready? Scrumping. Very good.
Look at him go.
And now, the stopping.
But this narrator dude can just fuck off. This one's called Chicken Chunks Go Scrumping. No idea what scrumping is. It's not what you think it is. Unless, of course, you're from England. Y'all even call it scrumping over there. I feel like it's like a 1960s term. Basically, they're going stealing. So, in this episode, bunch of kids, they're like a little gang, go riding around on their bikes. They got all their members, right?
And Sam.
Jan the man's a fucking unit.
But nobody teased her about it because she was really big. Once, horrible Dick Stick called her...
About to break the fucking swing set with all that mass. Shit's wholesome as hell, though. Starts off, they're just riding their bikes. Looking for some fun. You know, got a little dog with them, too.
One day, the Chipper Chums took their bicycles on an adventure.
When you're in that Chipper Chums, it vanishes the glums with the wind in our hair. Not a problem, not a care, and a picnic in our tums.
They cycled across Buttercup Meadow.
And they look like good kids, too. Which is crazy. They have the weakest looking picnic I've ever seen in my life, but, you know, they're happy.
I say, chums, I'm parched. Shall we start with ginger beer? No, that's a jolly bad idea, Ginger. Let's see what Aunt Fanny's put in the hamper for us to eat first.
Everything looks great. They're praying.
the Chipper Chums tucked into a banquet fit for an Indian prince. Sardine sandwiches, ripe tomatoes.
I don't know why you eat that tomato like that. That's fucking barbaric, but okay.
Home-baked scones with lashings of clotted cream and a tin of Spam.
Hold on, did you see little Susie's hands? Why did they look like that?
There was even a bone for Stinker.
So, I don't think these kids really did anything all that bad, you know? They kind of did, but you'll see in a couple minutes.
2 minutes later, they were all so full of good things that one by one what a dog's life it was. When the Chipper Chums woke up, there was a chill in the air. I say, chaps, hadn't we better be getting home soon? But we haven't had our adventure yet. What shall it be? How about fishing? I've got some string in my pocket. But what could we use to make a hook? We could rip out one of Teddy's eyes and bend the pin on the back of that. Oh, I say, Alice, I'm most awfully sorry, old girl. What a cad I am. I completely forgot that you love your Teddy. Why don't you choose what we do? Rightio. I want a big, shiny apple. Oh, yes! What a wizard wheeze!
But then they get the wise idea that they're gonna go scrumping.
Scrumping! But scrumping is stealing, and those apples belong to Farmer Tregowan. Don't be such a Tommy Rotten weed. We'll only take a few. Here, here. He'll never miss them. Then that's settled. Scrumping it is. And everyone shouted, "Hurrah!" The Chipper Chums were mad for big adventures. Even Stinker wanted an apple when he saw them. Shh! You'll give the game away, Stinker. We don't want Farmer Tregowan to find us.
So they decide to fuck off into an apple orchard, right?
It's much more of an adventure if one of us stands on someone else's shoulders.
Because goddamn, imagine like the most exciting part of your day being eating an apple. But that's what they want to do. They're gonna scrump some apples.
The plan worked a treat.
I mean, they're just apples, right?
Eating their apples, they heard a...
What's the harm?
You there! What does that think that's doing? It was Farmer Tregowan. Stealing my apples, is ya?
Mr. McGillicuddy, or whatever the fuck his name is, the owner of the orchard, catches the kids. And the dude comes strapped.
Stinker growled as the testy farmer bore down on the chums. Sit, Stinker! But Stinker was protecting his friends and sprang at the big man's throat. Stinker! But it was too late.
Little dog decides to step.
I say, gosh, that was a pretty rotten thing to do. Poor Stinker, you had no right. I shall tell my father.
I take it back. The more I watch this, the more upset these kids get me.
Yous can tell who he likes, but them's my apples you been eating.
So Mr. O'Malley, or whatever the fuck his name is, he's pissed. He's pissed. He wants these apples back, right? And he's gonna get them.
Even if he has to squeeze it from him.
I needs every apple I's got for my cider. But we've eaten them. Then I shall just have to squeeze them out, won't I? And with that, The insecticide that the farmer had sprayed on his apples took effect.
Did you see that?
They died.
From the pesticide on the apples. Poisoned. Dead. All those kids. Fucking overkill.
Overkill. What a perfectly horrible man he was. Later that day, Farmer Tregowan finally got his apples back with the help of a 10-ton cider press. He stored the juice in an old oak vat
And then they get turned into cider.
and used it to make that year's cider. And a particularly heady brew it was too.
What is the resolution? Please, somebody help me out. Because I watch these episodes and I'm just left sitting with my jaw in my lap. But I hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. If there are any other shows that you can think of that are similarly weird, equally as creepy, or just leaves you hollow inside, let me know. Because I love watching weird crap on the internet. But, till then, take care. I love you. Bye.